Mike?
Her eyes are saying, "Where's my latte?" Pretty good, Governor. That was pretty good. But let me ask you, I'm sure that only you and Ann know how many mornings you wake up and say to yourselves, "Damn it, I was right." But what we want to know here, what a lot of people want to know, what would your advice be to any of the GOP candidates running for president about what to do about Syria and specifically combating the growth of ISIS?
Well, I think we have to begin by saying, what's our strategy going to be? And we don't have one yet, as the president admitted. In my own view, you divide strategy into two parts. Part one is to isolate and keep ISIS from growing. Part two is to defeat it and destroy it. So with regards to part one, there are a number of things I think that have to be part of the strategy. First, you have to make sure that Baghdad and the capital city of what we call Kurdistan do not fall under any circumstances. So you make sure that there are sufficient resources there to keep that from happening. Secondly, you have to pick a city that ISIS has taken, a symbolic city, and win it back. So this narrative they have that's drawing people to them from around the world, that narrative gets interrupted. Number three, you have to fight this battle a bit like a guerrilla battle or a very selective battle, which is that you hit them with airstrikes that have been carefully targeted. You also go in with night raids. You disrupt them in many of the ways that they've been disrupting the other side. And we have to begin combating things with a social media and propaganda front, which is letting people know the truth about ISIS and get that across the world. ISIS can be defeated, but it needs a strategy like the one I'm describing, and that's just the beginning of a strategy to make sure that we understand where we're going, how we're going to get there, and we have to provide the resources, whatever they might be, that are necessary to protect those cities that are so key to the future.
I just wonder, looking back at, I think we talked about it, even your car elevator and your fortune, and I wonder if you look at all with any sympathy at the scrutiny the Clintons are getting for the way they have made money over the years.
Well, what was sauce for the goose is sauce for the gander, which is I got beaten up on that sort of stuff, and I think Hillary Clinton has to expect the same treatment.